Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Why, hello there.
Yeah, hello there, guys. So instead of waiting till the morning, we wanted to get this out today. And again, thank you, Patreons, for your support.
Thank you so much, Carla.
Carla is our newest Patreon. And so this is the major thing that we want to talk about first. And actually, there's a lot going on. But we want to keep this maybe 10-minute update. This is likely one of the largest solar radio events ever recorded. This is from NOAA, by the way. Radio communication interference with aircraft were reported by multiple National Weather Service units co-located at FAA facilities. And you can see the highest impact is basically over South America, Central America, Florida, the very, very southernmost part of the United States there. This was due to an X-class flare. Whoops, where did it go? Oh, no, we didn't want to talk about that. We got lots to talk about tomorrow. Here we go. You see this peak? Look at these waves. As you can see here, M-class, another M-class, and then the big one. And this is the strongest solar flare of the current solar cycle in terms of peak X-ray flux. It was detected around AR 3514 at 1702 UTC. It's an X 2.8. It's responsible for a CME that may have an Earth-directed component. Different people are saying different things, from a possible glancing blow to, yes, it's definitely heading straight towards us. A type 2 radio emission with an estimated velocity of 2,118 kilometers a second was recorded. So yes, a fast-moving halo CME leaving the sun following this X 2.8 event. A passage to our planet will be possible within 48 to 72 hours. So sometime on the 16th to 17th, we should probably feel the impact of this. Interesting that, again, this radio blackout event, NOAA calling it likely one of the largest ones ever recorded. We're in for some interesting times, and I would not be surprised at all if we have an awful lot of disturbances in our internet, in our equipment. I mean, we've noticed it. You guys have noticed, disturbances for quite a while now. Everything seems to not be getting better, but getting more and more spotty with all our technology. And there's multiple reasons for this. The sun will be one. Obviously, there's a lot of tension as, the war, big WW hashtag number 3 is obviously right on the horizon, as well as a possible civil war, which we were talking about. By the way, that video earlier in the day that we talked about a movie was demonetized by YouTube. They gave us the old yellow flag, and what can you do?
I don't know, but we forgot to mention that little DNA part about it too that was quite curious, and I'll let Mike explain that when he's ready. But yes, for some of you guys felt this, but you were able to rebalance yourself, and others of you, this might have made information come through more clearly. And then also, never let something like this go to waste. If we have communications issues, could very well be the sun, but I wouldn't be surprised if they amplified it, let's put it that way.
For me, when we're talking about the spiritual side of things, like today I did mantras and meditation in the sun for like 20-25 minutes this morning before starting other things. And it feels wonderful, consciously, knowingly taking in the light from the sun, understanding that it has a spiritual and physical impact on us.
It does. And I do really believe that that helps the information flow come through when you have a spiritual practice and you have that relationship with the sun. It really does activate that pineal gland, the seat of the soul, that antennae, the information that is out there for everyone to have if you want to get that pineal gland in shape. And that's a really good way to do that.
So here you can see when we look over here, you can see that big explosion off the sun, sending out all sorts of information throughout the solar system, of which we will be absorbing some of that information. You might notice definitely an increased possibility for some big earthquakes, volcanic activity, but you might also notice things like your intuition increasing. You might notice that you're, quote unquote, seeing through the veil a little bit more. You might notice that if you just take the time to look at trees or somebody, another person, and you just let your eyes relax, that you're noticing the energy around the person. These times are all about change, and this is all part of the ascension process.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, we see this over at the Daily Mail. Hamas plot to carry out terror attack on Jewish institutions in Europe is foiled as arrests are made in Germany and Holland. After similar raids took place in Denmark, the Mossad said Danish agencies had exposed Hamas infrastructure in Europe. Again, we are heading into just incredible times, really. It's going to be a roller coaster ride, and we all know that when we look at Hamas, and just like when we've looked at ISIS, ISIL, or Al Qaeda, or CIA later, duh. We understand the bigger picture. We understand the Gulf of Tonkin. We understand all these different incidents that have led to the outbreak of gigantic wars and catastrophes upon humanity. Now, we just had one of these happen in LA, and now here we go. Same thing happening over in Philadelphia. Hundreds of pro-Palestinian protesters are occupying I-76 highway, shutting down traffic. Some sources are saying these are actually being organized by CIHINA, the fine dining ware country. There is so much going on. December is going to absolutely be one of acceleration, I would say. Acceleration, as you see. Just expect more, obviously. How about this ritzy Colorado ski resort, Carbondale, warns it's buckling under the influx of Venezuelan migrants who are sleeping 5 to a car after word got around the town that they had lots of jobs available. At least 125 migrants flooded to this remote town looking for jobs and not finding it. And so they're out in the streets. I wonder who told them. Maybe it was somebody over at that UN. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Head over to Carbondale. Head over here. We'll message you later. And then by 6 votes, the Senate has forced through a violation of your constitutional rights. Well, this happens all the time. The NDAA's warrantless backdoor surveillance of Americans gets approved by the Senate. Yep. Just another, again, none of our institutions work for us. It's pretty obvious, and people are waking up to that fact. This is all about protecting the real controls, the control group that is truly in the shadows.
I know, and these things are just hilarious because all they've done now is just print it on paper and they've made it legal. But they've been doing it anyway for a very long time.
As I look over to the other computer and just wait for them to start the Skype.
Yes, just any moment now.
Yes, if obviously there's no privacy in this world. Again, Skype, just like Facebook, as we know, is really been run by the alphabet soups the whole time. And Zuckerberg, he's just a face. He's just a face. And whether or not he really is the clone twin to Jennifer Psaki or not, it doesn't matter. They have plenty of puppets Meanwhile, China's ships swarmed into the second Thomas Shoals interior in an apparent show of force on Monday, a day after they were water cannoning and disabling the Philippines' resupply vessels. Yes, they were actually shooting high-intensity streams of water at other ships. China's shooting at Philippine ships. Thankfully, water and not missiles or any other sort of armament. But this is, again, showing how things are escalating. Meanwhile, heads up if you are on the west coast of Florida. Oh, there goes Skype. They just turned it on. They just turned on Skype. Hi, guys. Significant coastal flood threat Saturday into Sunday morning. A couple of feet of water possible in low-lying areas. Be aware of that. All the way from Sarasota Bay up through the Tampa area, up past Newport Richey, all the way up to the Crystal River. So be aware of that. You ever wonder how the reptilians eat and what they do socially? Now, I don't know. Do they look at humans in this light? Like, I got that one. No, I got this one. No, I got that one. This one's mine. And do they give the other ones the evil eye when they get that one that they're looking to nab that looks particularly appealing?
I know. I think they sit around and they eat these things and they kind of look at each other and they either say, "You meanie head," or they say, "Well, that was a pretty good move there." Yeah, they definitely sit there and have a conversation. You can see it. This is just, a smaller scale.
This reminds me of the politicians and how they are when they're always, trying to juggle for a better position, or, the meetings that happen over at the Few.
I know. I mean, it's just very ho-hum. It's very natural to, eat things like bugs and, just carry on.
Well, maybe that's why they want us eating bugs.
Now it comes out.
Meanwhile, guide your best friend. If they're asleep, wake them up. Share videos like this with them. Share this video and videos like this from other people that are trying to wake up the world to try to change the plans of the controllers. Share it in places like Reddit and Godlike and wherever you can. Try to get that word out. Wake up humanity so that they aren't able to go along with their nefarious plans, because truly it's like we're facing Cobra or Dr. Evil. It really is almost like a movie, as we have been talking about lately.
Source bless, be safe, and namaste.
Namaste.